Well, I made it back to Maple Valley just in time for the spring festival, like I told my friends I hoped I would. After a joyous reunion of sorts and passing along messages to loved ones, I figured I'd get right down to helping with the preparations. I thought I'd jump in and start collecting items with one of Ralph's nephews. He brought along his friend, the Eastern Redback. We may pick up some more friends along the way, but for right now, it's just us three. We'll move around the map, collecting resources to make the favors or to collect those other friends. I can even go here to collect patches, which gives me some extra abilities. There's certain times of the day when resources are more plentiful, as shown on the sun. Here's the goods and curiosities that we'll find on our explorations. We can even get extra maps, which allows us to travel one extra path before our friends' movements. Each friend can only move one certain path. Right now, Ralph's nephew can travel on water, rock, or forests, but his friend can only travel on rock paths. That's why we'll need to pick up more friends along the way. To complete the favors, we'll need to look at the resources that are needed on the side here. We can only work on 3 favors at a time and can only have 4 patches. So let's head out and start foraging. I'll start with one of each curiosity, a bug, a pebble, and a flower, and 2 favors to prepare. Since Ralph's nephew can travel any of the 3 trails, I think we're going to take the rock trail and move up here and grab a birch and an acorn. And since an acorn is the sun good and plentiful at this time, we're going to take an extra one of those. His power will also let me gain a curiosity. It looks like a lot of friends need flowers, so I'll go ahead and take a flower. Now we'll use the Eastern Redback. Normally, he can only move on rock trails, but I can spend 1 sun resource, which is an acorn this hour, to zoom to one unoccupied location, which I'll do. But since I'm zooming, I won't get any curiosities found on the trail. But that's okay, because I'm not going very far. Just right here, the lookout. That'll give me 2 maps that I can use in the future, and a face-up favor. I started with 2 favors, tea lights and table game, which is kind of fitting for that one, considering how I got into these adventures in the first place. Tea lights will give me 2 extra points if I have fruit punch, so I'll go ahead and take that favor. Once I grab my favor, we'll slide the others down and add another one, making sure that there are no duplicates. Nope, we already have a garland out, so we'll discard that one and place out some snacks. That's it, end of hour 1. Since I didn't get any new friends, I'll get a dawdle. That'll give me 2 resources when I use it. So in this case, I'll get a flower and a cattail, but I won't be able to move. Alright, it's time for the next hour. We'll flip the sun over and put an acorn on it to remind us what it was, then put the new sun out. That sun resource is clay. Next, we'll recycle our favors, friends, and patches. The farthest ones get discarded. Everything else slides down and new ones come out, making sure there are no duplicates. Like water safety up here. I'll discard that and bring out trailblazing. I'll refresh my friends since they were tired from all the foraging that they did. So we have 5 hours to collect all of the resources and make the party favors for the celebration. That's not much time, so let's keep going. I think we're gonna try and make friends with the stoat. He needs 3 bugs. So I started with 1, Then Ralph's nephew will give me one bug with his special ability. And then I'll use one of my maps to move to the oak grove. That'll give me my third bug from the rock path. Then Ralph's nephew will take the water trail to move down here to the village. That's where I'll make new friends if I have enough resources to. Like I said, I really wanted to make friends with the stoat, so I'll pay my 3 bugs so he can join us. He can move on any forest trail and will allow us to gain a past or present sun resource instead of curiosity if we find one. I'll put him here in my tired friends area, just underneath Ralph's nephew. I'll refill the friends right away, which turns out to be a chipmunk. Now that that's done, I can either dawdle, so I can get those 2 resources but not move anywhere, or use my bat friend to move down the rock path since I don't have any clay to zoom with him. I'll go down this rock path until I get to the clubhouse. So I have 3 things I can do at the clubhouse. The first one I can't do because I don't have any festivities. The second one lets me collect a face-down favor, but since I'm only allowed 3 and I already like the ones I have, I would have had to have discarded one of those to keep this one. So I'm just gonna discard that. I really wanted the swimming patch, which allows me to travel 1 water trail per hour. So I'll grab the swimming patch. We'll slide the patches down and bring out the mountaineering patch. And now I'll use my dawdle. So I'll grab a flower and a cattail. So that's the end of that hour. So we'll put a clay on the flipped over sun and bring out the next sun with berries as the sun resource. Again, we'll discard the farthest favors, friends, and patches. Slide the others down and refill it. We have peppermints, white-tailed deer, and mountaineering again. So we'll replace that with whittling. Then I'll refresh my tired friends. I'm gonna want to get some berries for my fruit punch and for Batley's special power. So far, berries are here in the beech grove and in the maple grove down here. Stewie the stoat moves on a forest path, but if I find a curiosity, I can instead grab a sun resource, whether it was past or present. I'll use my swimming patch to move here on this water path. Now I'll use Ralph's nephew to move these 2 forest paths to come up to the bluffs and get 3 sun resources, which are the berries. Then I'll zoom down to the village where I can make a new friend. I do like the white-tailed deer. She looks friendly. But I don't have a bug, although I have not used Ralph's nephew's special ability, so I'll grab a bug from him. I'll go ahead and turn in 2 flowers and a bug and make a new friend. I'll put Deary behind Ralph's nephew and bring out the muskrat. I could make my fruit punch with my 3 berries, but I think I'll wait and use 1 berry to zoom with Batley. I'm gonna use Stewie first. He's gonna take this forest path to the lookout and then this path to the maple grove to collect a curiosity, which he'll take a clay instead, thanks to his ability of taking a sun resource instead of a curiosity. We'll move the clay and a pebble to the table games so we know what we have and what we need. We actually have the cattail for the tea lights too. We just need to get some honey to finish them up. Since Stewie moved us into the grove, we'll grab 2 berries, since it's the sun resource, and an acorn. Then we'll spend 3 berries to make our fruit punch. Now lastly, we'll use Batley. But where to? Probably somewhere to get some honey, or up here to get another patch. He can use a rock path to go here, but I'm really thinking to go to the beech grove to get the honey. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll spend a berry and zoom up here and grab 2 honeys, no berries, and finish up the tea lights. Now, if I could just find a storybook favor, that would be great. All of my friends are tired now, so it's the end of that hour. Onward to the next one. We'll flip the sun, place a berry, and grab the next one, which is cattails. Again, we're going to discard the farthest favors, friends and patches, slide them all down and refill them with a costume, a woodchuck, and campfire cooking. I'll refresh my friends, and since I made a new friend, I don't get a dawdle. I need some more favors, so I'll use Ralph's nephew to move this water path to go to the lodge. The lodge lets me collect 1 face-down favor and 1 from the display. So I'll take the snacks from the display, refill it, then grab a bug jar from the face-down favors. Since Ralph's nephew gave me a curiosity, I'll take a pebble and complete my table games favor, which needed 2 pebbles, an acorn, and a clay. I'll use Deary to move down this forest trail to this beech grove and grab a bug along the way. Once I'm at the grove, I'll grab 2 leaves. And then I'll use a leaf, an acorn, and a berry to make the snacks. Deary's ability lets me grab a sun resource or curiosity after I travel, so I'll grab a cattail so I can zoom with Batley. So we've got Batty and Stewie left. Let's move Stewie first. We'll take this forest path back to the lodge for more favors. I'll grab the bug so I can start on my bug jar. Then I'll grab my face-down favor first, which is another table games. And face up, I'll take the basket. Once again, we'll slide the favors down, and now we have a doll. If I wanted the peppermints to go with my basket, I'd have to get it now because it will be going away. Oops, I forgot to put Stewie out when I used him. I'm gonna spend my cattail and zoom up to the bluffs and get 3 cattails, then zoom down to the village and make a new friend by spending 2 flowers and getting the chipmunk. The chipmunk will let me get an acorn whenever I forage. I'll also go ahead and spend my leaf and 2 bugs to complete my bug jar. Now I've got 2 favors that I'm gonna want to store stuff on. The snacks want sets of acorns, berries, and leaves, and the bug jar wants sets of bugs and leaves. I'll bring out a new friend, which is a turtle, and that's the end of this hour. 1 more hour to go. Advance the sun, place a cattail there, and then grab the next hour's sun, which is leaves. Nice, that's what I was hoping for. Again, we'll cycle through the favors, friends, and patches, giving me Gorp, a moose, and marionettes. And now all my friends will get refreshed. I'll start with Deary and use my swimming patch to move on this water trail, then travel on the forest path for the deer to make it up to the swimming hole. Deary also lets me gain a flower or sun good after traveling, so I'll grab a leaf for the sun good. At the swimming hole, I can turn one sun good into a cattail or a leaf as many times as I can, which I don't need to do. I can also take 2 different curiosities and change them into honey up to 3 times, or change 2 of the same resources into 2 different ones up to 2 times. So I think I'll turn 2 cattails in for another leaf and a berry for my snacks. Actually, let's grab a birch instead of a berry, and then turn my 2 birches in for a berry and an acorn. Next, I'll discard 1 favor to refresh one of my tired friends. I'm gonna need more favors, so I can zoom to get more up at the lodge, but I won't get any curiosities on my way. Or I can use my map. I think I'll use 1 map and Ralph's nephew to travel to the beech grove. Then down to the lodge, collecting my bug along the way. Once there, I'll grab my face-down favor first, which is another fruit punch. I'm good with that. For my display favor, I'll grab the costumes, since I already have a decent amount of resources needed. Then I'll refill the favors, bringing out a vase. Or vase, depending on how you say it. I already have the acorn, a cattail, and a leaf. I just need the clay. So let's see if I can get some berries for my fruit punch. I'll use Chip the Chipmunk to head back to the beech grove and take my bug for the forest trail curiosity. I'll also take 3 leaves. Plus, if you forage with him, you get an acorn. For right now, I'm gonna put my acorn, berry, and leaf on my snacks, but I may take that berry later. I'm also going to put my leaves and bugs on my bug jar, but same thing. I may grab those resources later if I need them. I have until the end of the day to decide. So now, with everything I have left, I need to get a clay and 3 berries. Let's see what I can do about that. I'm going to spend my leaf, the sun good, to use Batley to zoom over here to the other beech grove and collect 2 berries. We're getting close to finishing my other fruit punch favor. Let's use Deary and a map to move the water trail, and then travel the forest trail to travel back to the swimming hole outpost. I'm going to discard my basket and refresh Ralph's nephew. Then use him to come down here to the maple grove to get a clay and a cattail. Then grab a flower for Ralph's nephew's ability. Finally, I'll use Stewie to move to the clubhouse to grab a face-down favor, which is the storybook that I was looking for earlier, and a patch. I'll grab whittling for the points, since I have no birch. I'll slide the patches over and refill. I'll finish making my costume favor by using my clay. And finishing my fruit punch favor by using my berries stored on my snap. Everything else will be leftover resources. Now, let's see how we did. We'll flip over our pack and start counting. We'll start with our completed favors. I'm just gonna throw these curiosity and leftover resources over here. They don't count for anything. So for our favors, we've got 5, 9, 15, 16, 17, 27, 34, 39, 40, 41, and 43. And our friends, we're going to count those. That's 4, 7, 9, 12, which puts us at 55. Patches are 5. I don't have any maps or honey left over, and no festivities. So we have a grand total of 61. Now, to find our title, we have to answer 4 questions. The first question is, which favor did you craft the most of? Oh, that's easy. Food. Second question is, what is your final score? 61, so that's enthusiastic. How many patches did you have? 2. Makes me a scout. And the last question, what travel type did you have the most of? Well, that was forest type, so that's of the woods. So my official title is, drum roll please, Heartily Enthusiastic Scout of the Woodlands. Yay! I had so much fun. I think I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. And then, after, we'll see where my adventures take me. So for right now, this is Pippy saying so long and see ya. I'm gonna go join the celebration.